Hi, it's Molly, your friendly neighborhood SVP, coming to you live from my living room. Hello, it's good to see you. Wish you were here. I want to talk to you today about skincare in this during post-COVID area we find ourselves in. I have been an esthetician now for over 20 years, so I'm a little bit biased when it comes to skincare, but I think that bias is being actually amplified by market trends right now. So I want to talk to you about digging yourself out of deficits when it comes to COVID and the shutdowns, and how moving forward we can amplify your business, get yourself out of those deficits, and create a cushion should anything unprecedented happen again. Post-COVID beauty. Post-COVID beauty, we're not necessarily post-COVID. We're going to be dealing with this for a while. And so I want you guys to get out your notebooks, put on your thinking caps, and walk with me on this little journey we have together this afternoon. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me, email me, call me. I'm always available. And if I don't know the answers, I will get it to you accordingly. The biggest thing that COVID has done for us in the beauty industry is redefined what value means. Value is no longer about price. It is not about discounts. It's not about bang for your buck. It's more than that. It is about buying less, but better. We are investing in more powerful products. We are investing in more ethical products. We are investing in higher quality and deriving our value out of results, ethics, and experience. One of our fearless leaders, Leonard Lauder, created the phrase, the lipstick index. But right now we're noticing that the trend is that it's not about lipstick right now. Our definition has switched and it's moved over to skincare. So I'm a bit biased, obviously, having been an esthetician for as long as I have always looked at skincare first. But now the market is settling in there too. So let's talk about this. Crises force us to examine our priorities. COVID has given us a microscope to look into how we engage with beauty, how we engage with wellness, and how we take care of ourselves in the midst of unprecedented times and trauma. What we're seeing coming out of this as an industry is that the investments have been made in health versus beauty. And really, ultimately, beauty is health when you think about it. And so we're seeing the market emerge where the investments are being made in foundational wellness and health, and the icing is the cosmetic side. And so I've always been of the school of thought that your makeup looks best when your skin looks its best. I've always pushed kind of that priority first, but now we're seeing that really come to life after the shutdowns have calmed themselves. We're also seeing people gravitate towards mission-aligned products, things that espouse our values and our consumer activism, that safe, green, clean, sustainable product is really where people are feeling most authentically aligned. And I think that is a big opportunity for us. The old adage of every crisis brings an opportunity. And this is our opportunity on the skincare front with Aveda to be able to really capitalize on this movement. I'm going to give you a little bit of a timeline here. This is kind of what's been happening over the past 10 years. We've seen these three slated silos happening, and I want to differentiate them because there are major differences between these groupings, and to give some context behind them so you can understand where we're at today. Green beauty. Now, granted, listen, Aveda was founded over 40 years ago, and it was always about being, green and natural and all of that. But really the big push that happened within the industry happened around 2008, 2009. Coincidentally enough, right next to a economic recession. So that's it's interesting how these patterns emerge. But with Green Beauty, it was ingredient focused. The outward information spread was about their sourcing narratives, about sustainability, about the environmental impact of not only the sourcing of ingredients, but of the packaging and how we can deliver this information to our guests and end users. It was also women driven, which was really great to see some of these activists turn chemists turn business mavens come to the forefront. It was really about getting that traditional granola kind of beauty brand into the spotlight. Now, with that granola beauty brand, we definitely had some exclusionary demographics involved. It tended to be white. It tended to be middle and upper class. It tended to be very focused on women. And so what we're seeing now, as we move through this timeline, we go to the clean beauty movement. Now, I have challenges with the clean beauty movement. As an esthetician, of course, I'm an ingredient junkie. I believe in science. I believe that facts don't have agendas. I believe that skincare is best when it's safe, and we believe in the science behind it. So the clean beauty movement was actually kind of a disturbing trend in my eyes, because it was based more on ingredient fears about everything that we don't have in our products, everything that could harm you, everything that must immediately be removed for us to differentiate ourselves as a brand in this new silo. I don't like leading with fear. I don't believe that marketing has its greatest impact when you lead with fear. I believe that skincare ingredients and natural botanicals speak for themselves, and so there was just a lot of negative connotations for me on this silo. It was also about buying impact. Where you're buying things from. You should never buy from here or this country or this company. And again, it's marketing with agendas, and that's just not something I jive with. What it did do, though, is it brought about mass market appeal. And when you bring a category to the mass market, obviously you're going to be getting more inclusion in terms of the demographics that we're seeing represented within the users and the companies and brand founders for these types of products. So that's a great point. We really need to be able to bring sustainability to the masses, because for the longest time, it tended to be a very race and income demographic specific grouping. So we're seeing the co-opting by mass then, which is kind of a problem. We get our greenwashing happening, where people are, brands are claiming that their ingredients are natural, organic, and, all of this. We start having those terms being bandied around and losing their authenticity and their scientific facts. We also started seeing a lot of buzzwords, green, clean, these types of things. Like I always tell anyone I'm teaching is, how do you define green? How do you define clean? How do we put those into parameters? How do we put it into a box? And so that's kind of where we started seeing some downward trends in terms of people trusting this type of product, this type of marketing, and this type of story. So that leads us to safe beauty. We are square in the beginning of safe beauty. Better ingredients, sustainable sourcing, inclusive to everyone. Safety is the new luxury. Safety is the new now. Safety is the new black. Safety is safety. High efficacy, more simple routines. What we really need to focus on when it comes to safe beauty, that was an outcome from the green and clean beauty movement, is because we had so many negative connotations to the clean beauty side of things, we started slipping as an industry in our demands for formulation safety. Attacking preservatives and ingredients that help deliver a safe, effective product to the end users. We saw recalls of products across the industry due to unsafe levels of microbial growth due to lack of preservatives, and clinically tested and approved safe formulations. So as a skincare therapist that believes in science, that trusts the beautiful world of botanicals and trusts the ethics-driven range of scientific preservation ingredients and formulations and chemistry, we've arrived at this place that is not based on negatives, that is not based on agendas, that is not based on anything other than being safe, being inclusive, and getting more out of less. So that's where we stand. 2020 and beyond is going to be not about negatives, it's going to be about positives, about how this adds to your life, how this adds to your beauty routine, and how this adds to you as a consumer activist. So where does that put Aveda in the mix? Aveda has always been about self-care, planet care, and safety. We have always striven to be a safe delivery mechanism for natural botanicals and the power that are held within. We have always been about wellness and self-care and preservation of beauty and youth and the integrity of our wellness. We have always been about sustainability in sourcing, in manufacturing, and in our ingredient formulations. So we are centered at that intersection right now that is vital to brands. We are not about fear-mongering. We are not about anti-science. We are about delivering new products that work, products that are safe, and products that are a joy to the spirit to use. I want to talk about the science of nature and the beauty of wellness, because that's another intersection we find ourselves at and have been at for the past 40 plus years. Nature is the best chemist we could ever learn from. And being able to capture that chemistry, that science, that language of botanics allows us to tell a story in our formulations that deliver on the claims we provide. And so one of the things that I really want you guys to hone in on is that people are looking for authentic relationships with brands that deliver on their needs of results, safety, and enjoyment of the experience, experiential happiness. So we find ourselves squarely at the crossroads of those intersections. And I want you guys to be able to speak to those needs, because those are the overarching needs of the market as we stand. And so that is being able to deliver a service, to be able to speak to the ingredients, and to be able to speak to the products. That's going to be your strong suit in terms of really amping up your conversations about why Aveda Skincare is going to be at the forefront of people's expectations in this post-COVID world. Supercharged services. This is how we are going to be able to deliver the education to the masses. We have right now an unprecedented opportunity. I'm always a firm believer in that adage of Christ, with every crisis, there's an opportunity. And this is our way to really maximize our advantage here. First and foremost, beauty on demand services. This is being covered for the majority of the day, right? And this is what we're highlighting to the world. So we need to talk about these eye treatments. We need to talk about eye care. We need to address these in the salon. You don't have to be an esthetician to deliver these services. You don't have to be an esthetician to be able to talk about these services. You don't have to be an esthetician to be able to protect the eye area. I don't know about you guys, but I can't wear my mask and sunglasses at the same time. It's just, I haven't figured it out. I don't know how to do it. So I'm going to need much more attention to my eye area to prevent UV damage, to prevent, you know, pollution from degrading, from free radicals from degrading the collagen and elastin structure. We've all, you know, a lot of us have worked really hard to try and prevent eye damage and wear due to age. And so I don't want to have that progress derailed from not being able to wear sunglasses because I also have to wear a mask. So this is the opportunity for us to really dig in on these beauty on demand services to be able to deliver high touch, results oriented, safe services that address the highlighted needs that we have right here, right now. Our other opportunity is our rituals of results. Our products deliver results. I have worked with hundreds of skincare brands throughout my career in terms of testing product, researching product, using them in services, working for brands. I have used so many different products and I always come back to Aveda. Why? Because it works, because it is consistent, the formulations are authentic and they are safe, and because they deliver change without compromising the bio function of my skin. That is going to be another aspect of this safe category that we're finding ourselves facing. Safe products deliver results without compromising the integrity of the skin. And that's really important for the long term. When we use products that degrade and compromise the skin's function over a course of time, we further degrade the skin over the long term. We are stripping away its ability to defend itself against aggressors like free radicals. And so using a product that maintains the integrity of the skin upon use 1 and to use 1000, you are developing a healthy biofunction of the skin so it can further defend itself against aggressors and create and enact and enable the change that you're looking to see. So, beauty on demand services, rituals of results. These are 2 high-powered opportunities for us to be able to get the education to our clients so they know that we can make a difference in their skin. How is skincare going to be your driving profit center? That's a great question, let me tell you. Greater add-on sales and higher retail sales per ticket. We have focused on hair for a really long time. And when we talk about add-ons, most people are going to think of, you know, botanical hair treatments, shine treatments, you know, that kind of thing. But we're missing the boat when it comes to skincare add-ons. There are opportunities that we can do in and out of the treatment rooms to deliver add-on sales in the skincare category. We've got our eye treatments, our beauty on demand, our pure plant peels at the shampoo bowls. There are opportunities that we can deliver skincare add-ons no matter where you're at in the salon. Also, higher retail sales per ticket. I personally like to sell a $60 face cream more than a $17 bottle of shampoo. Why? I'm going to hit my goals faster and I'm going to achieve higher sales results by focusing on skincare products. I realize that we have a deficit on our hands right now due to the COVID shutdowns. We have essentially a quarter of a year's worth of business that needs to be replaced so we can end 2020 without crying. And so what needs to happen is we need to chip away at this mountain as fast as we possibly can, because not only do we have to replace the deficit, but we also have to create a cushion for unprecedented emergencies that might happen again. 2020 has done an incredible job of throwing us as many curveballs as we can possibly handle. And so I need everyone to be protected. I need everyone to not have a deficit on their shoulders and no emergency fund to be able to protect themselves. So I'm going to make sure that those deficits and those goals of creating a cushion are chipped away as fast as possible. And that comes from higher retail price product. It's much easier to achieve with working smart instead of working hard. I don't mind selling bottles of shampoo, but I like to sell higher priced retail items because it allows me to achieve my goals faster. Now, I've done a little math for you, and this is to illustrate what can happen as a team if we were to focus on one product, hydrating treatment lotion, that is good for every skin type, every person, every single client can benefit from this. Let's be honest. I'm coffee powered. You're probably coffee powered. Everything in life that's fun tends to dehydrate us, right? And our skin takes a beating from that. So hydrating treatment addresses the need for more than 90% of the population. Here's how I've arrived at these numbers. It's $27 a bottle. I'm going to ask your team of 5 stylists, therapists, service providers, front deskers to sell 2 bottles a day. So that's a total of 10 bottles of hydrating treatment lotion a day. Now, I'm going to times that by 5 days a week. And then I'm going to times that by 50, which is the number of weeks that you're probably going to be open during the year. At just 2 bottles a day, you're at $67,500. I don't know any owner or accountant or service provider that would bat an eyelash or scoff at $67,000 added to your bottom line. That's focusing on one product that can serve the needs of your entire clientele. I've also done it for 4 bottles and 6 bottles. This illustrates that if we take goals and we break them down by chunks, we are allowed to really hone in on what it takes to solve a problem. I'm going to be doing more of this with you guys this year. This is going to be my focus. I need to help you get rid of those deficits. I need to have you come out in the green, no red. $202,000. I think everyone would be happy with that. Now, how are we going to attain 25% growth in your skincare category? I'm pretty sure that most people would think that I'm insane by thinking that we could do that. But let's face it, where do you stand in your skincare category right now? We need to have you guys clicking on all cylinders to be able to maximize your profits in the remainder of the year for you to meet your fiscal goals. I think you also want to show your team that this is an opportunity for them to also meet their fiscal goals. Because while I think it's important for salons and businesses to have these kind of emergency funds, I think it's even more important for our individual skincare therapists, stylists, colorists, massage therapists, and nail techs, and even front deskers to be able to have an emergency fund of their own. If nothing, this entire shutdown has shown us that we as an industry are ill prepared to weather financial downturns like this. So let's focus on how we can help them get there. And this is how. Every client, every time. Every client, no matter what service they're coming in for, needs to be exposed to some form of a skincare product. Whether it is a toning mist, whether it is the hand relief night serum on the backs of their hands or a scrub on the backs of their hands, whether it is a eye treatment on Beauty on Demand, or making up your own little sheet masks to be used. Every client, no matter what service, has got to be exposed to skincare product during their treatments, during their services, processing times, every client. We also need to have a +1 on every product that you sell in your basket, meaning if you have 3 hair care products in your basket that you're recommending, you need to have 3 skincare products in there as well. Now you're probably asking me, oh my God, Molly, why on earth would you be trying to sell so much during a pandemic? And I will answer you with this. First and foremost, it is not our job to be assuming the budget of our clients. We do ourselves and our clients a disservice every time we assume what their bank account looks like. Number 2, everybody has a face. Everybody has skin. Everyone buys products to treat those 2. So are you really fully servicing your client if you're not promoting skincare products? Because they have the money for it. They're just going to put that money somewhere else. And ultimately, that money should be going to you. So, number 3, last and most important, it is our job to help our clients maintain the results we provide for them in the salon. It is our job to educate clients on the products that we have available to them, because we provide 360 holistic support for their beauty and wellness. And that means not just hair, not just nails, not just skin, not just makeup, everything. So with that being said, you are not being salesy. If you do this one-to-one match, you are not being a shark. You are not impeding on anyone, because Client Jane will tell us what she can afford. Client Jane will make that decision. We just have to give her the education and the recommendations, and she can make that choice for herself. Okay? I want you to be brave. I want you to be bold. When it comes to talking about skincare, I think there are a lot of folks who are outside of the aesthetics realm that tend to get a little shy. They tend to get a little, second guessing of themselves. They tend to back away from any conversation. And I want you to examine that, because instead of focusing the narrative on you being uncomfortable because you don't really know, how about you focus the narrative on your client and what her or his needs are? And so this is where we land on that discomfort range. It's not about your comfort. It's about our guest satisfaction. Every time, every client. So, are you ready to give your bottom line a glow up? I am. Reach out to me. We can do some one-on-one trainings. We can get your team ready to roll, and we can get your profits and your accountants really happy. Have a great day.